So during uncertain times or during times when we're feeling bad about ourselves, um, it often comes to, we often think, what is our life's purpose? And what do I want to do with my life? Because we get stuck, and if you're stuck right now thinking, what do I want to do? What am I passionate about? What is my dream? What should I be doing? Here's a self discovery exercise that you can do that I will guide you through this video. And it's really about finding what you're good at, and then finding something that you're passionate about, that you love talking about. And finding that kind of Venn diagram, like what you're good at versus what you love talking about. And that space in the Venn is where you're going to be able to find the sweet spot for what you should be doing. So a little story about myself. I fucking did well in school, but I fucking hated it. And, getting straight A's on report cards were like dime a dozen for me. And I'm not trying to be like braggy or whatever, but it really was easy. And, 10 out of 10 on quizzes, 95% plus on exams, blah, blah, blah. And, when it came down to choosing a university, I picked the one with the bigger scholarship. So that was me. And so school came easy to me. Not a lot of kids can say that. School is an institution, right? Like it's very, I knew the rules, I followed the rules. They're very, very simple rules in school. Is that when you follow the rules, the teacher tells you to do a certain homework assignment, teacher tells you to memorize these things, teachers tells you to, whatever. If you do those things, you will do well. And you will get recognized by that system. And I followed the rules. Given a homework assignment, I did it, crossed my T's, dotted my I's, studied for exams. Okay, these are the things you need to memorize or remember. Okay, spent my time creating little tactics and study tactics to remember everything. And that's how school is, like whether it be chemistry or French or English, social studies or calculus or biology, economics, art, whatever it is, whatever the topic, maybe not, I don't know about art, but art is more of a more subjective, but physics, it's the same formula. You practice, you have a skill, you learn it, you keep doing it, and you keep doing it, regurgitate, meet deadlines, and you complete the task, you check the boxes, and you focus on what matters to get the grade. Right? And that's how school was for me. Like optional assignments, is there a bonus mark for that? No, I'm not fucking doing that. Will this give me extra credit? No, I'm not fucking doing that. I'm not wasting my time on this stuff. So that's how school was for me. Like I was very good at it. But when a child is, like when I was growing up, when you're really good at doing something and you get constantly praised for doing something well, then you become delusional about what you're actually passionate about. And I think that's what was going on with me, is that when parents or someone would ask me what's your favorite subject, I would literally think of which subject I got the best grade in, whether it's math and I got 98% on, I would say math. And then the next month someone asked me, what's your favorite subject? I was like, fuck, I'm getting 99 in social studies, so I'm gonna say social studies. So you kind of, there's like this fickle, for me it was like fickle passion that came depending on what others told me I was good at. And just because you're good at doing something doesn't mean that you're passionate about it. And I think that's what a lot of people get into when they start their careers, that they go based on what they've been told they're good at, not necessarily what they're passionate about. Because when you're really good at something, then you can climb and you can get more praise, and the praise feeds into your motivation to keep doing that thing that you're good at. If you are stuck right now and you're trying to think of what's going on, like what do you want to do with your life? Think about, self-reflect on what you were good at, what you were told you constantly got praised for. And then now think of what you love doing. What are your hobbies? What are the things, like for example, if you're in a conversation with someone, like a group of, when you're at a restaurant, you got all these friends around, like what would you love to hear people talk about? how would you want the conversation to go? Maybe it's you want them to talk about sports. Maybe you want them to talk about real estate. Maybe you want them to talk about gardening. Maybe you want them, like, if you were playing God and you could control that conversation, where would you want that conversation to go? And that's what you're passionate about. You know, in your spare time, what do you Google? What do you look up? You know, what do you pin on Pinterest? If you look at your Pinterest board, what is it mainly that you're pinning? And that's what you're passionate about. Now you got to think of, well, what are you good at? You know, consistently growing up, your bosses, your managers, you know, when you did a performance review, or you looked at your report card or whatever, what was the one thing that these people constantly said you were good at? Was it writing? Was it speaking? Is it you know, was it being a class clown? Was it just being very conscientious, you were the popular kid, or maybe you were very detailed, or you loved building little models, you know, and you were very you were able to sit down for an extended period of time and do something with your hands. So what you want to do is you combine those two things. You want to combine what you're really good at, you know, a skill of some sort, with that passion topic, that topic that you love. Like if it's gardening, and then if you love gardening, but as a kid, maybe you have really bad hands, or you've just never been, but you love writing, right? Maybe you're really good at writing, or you're really good at speaking about things. So you combine the two, and maybe you make videos about gardening, right? Or maybe you go interview gardeners, or so you combine the skill with what you love talking about, and then you can find your niche, right? That term niche, and that's the sweet spot. Then what you do is you find the people that you care about, and you do the things that you're good at for the people you care about. And so it could be like, you know, if you love gardening and you're doing videos, then do the gardening videos for the people you care about. And so that's what I've done. Like for me personally, as you can tell from my blog, I love talking about relationships and self-love, and, you know, Asian parents, and dating, and conversation, communication skills, that kind of stuff. And then I'm also just, throughout my whole life, I've been told that I'm good at writing. So I've combined the two, and that's where my sweet spot is. Let me know what yours is, and as you watch through this video, and what are some things that are going through your head as I've asked those questions. I'd love to know. Leave your answers below in the comments.